Now let's proceed to the Brayton cycle processes. Gas turbines sometimes work on an open cycle. The open gas turbine cycle can be structured as a closed cycle by applying the air standard assumptions. In this, the compression and expansion process remains the same, yet the combustion process is replaced by a constant pressure heat addition process, also known as the isobaric process, from an external source. And also, the exhaust process is replaced by a constant pressure heat rejection process to the surrounding air. The ideal cycle that the working fluid experiences in this closed ring is the Brayton cycle, which consists of 4 internally reversible processes, which are 2 isentropic process or reversible adiabatic and 2 isobaric process or constant pressure. From the closed gas turbine cycle, each state is described. State 1 to 2 isentropic compression. In this, air enters the compressor, compressing the air, which arises to an expansion in pressure and internal energy. State 2 to 3 isobaric heat addition. In this process, the compressed air will enter to the heat exchanger in the form of high pressure air. This process will sustain heat addition at constant pressure from state 2 to 3. State 3 to 4 isentropic expansion. In this process, work is done by the high temperature gas that enters to the turbine, arising to a decrease in internal energy. The expansion of the air causes the turbine blades to rotate, producing power. It is by this process where mechanical work is created. State 4 to 1 isobaric heat rejection. In this process, heat loss takes place. The air is cooled within the heat exchanger, bringing about a decrease in pressure and temperature. The air then returns to the compressor, then the cycle resets. As you can see, not all 4 processes of the Brayton cycle are accomplished and studied in a steady flow process. Supposing the neglection of potential and kinetic energies, the equation can be conveyed as Q in minus Q out plus work in minus work out equals to enthalpy exit minus enthalpy inlet. By that, the heat transfer of the working fluid R, Q in equals to enthalpy 3 minus enthalpy 2 equals to the heat capacity at constant pressure times temperature 3 minus temperature 2, and Q out equals to enthalpy 4 minus enthalpy 1 equals to the heat capacity at constant pressure times temperature 4 minus temperature 1. Suppose that it is in cold standard, the thermal efficiency for the ideal Brayton cycle can be conveyed with the equation work net over Q in. In general, the thermal efficiency of any heat engine is defined as the ratio of the work it does to the heat input at a high temperature.